welcome back to my channel, Sharp Designs by Lakeisha, where I am designing my way through life and inspiring you to do the same. I just wrapped up filming this very extra organic balloon column tutorial for you guys, and I absolutely love it. Please keep in mind that this is for the New Year's theme. I went with some traditional colors, but you can always mix this up and do this at your party. Organic balloon columns are also one of the services that I am now offering. So if you are interested in having me come do your parties, you can inquire through my website under the contact me section. If you are new here, please go ahead and subscribe so that you can join the designer family. Make sure you hit that post notification bell so that you are notified every single time I do an upload and you are not tardy to the party. If you have any questions, please comment down below and let me know, and I will see you guys on the next vlog. Let's go. Alright guys, so this is where we are going to be filming at today. I'm in one of my guest bedrooms, and I'm going to use this corner in here because I think it will look super cute for the New Year's with the stripes and the gray, because that is the colors of the balloon column that you are going to be seeing me make today, which I'm sure you saw on the thumbnail. This is what I'm going to be using to start my sign. Cody, you want to say hi? I'm actually about to run out and get my hair done. I woke up a little late, so I'm gonna have to film this when I get back, but I just wanted to show you guys the space and what we're going to be doing today. And this is my lamp post that I showed you guys that I used from the light stand in my original organic balloon column. If you have not seen that, please go and check that out. Then I gave step-by-step instructions on exactly what this is when I did my column balloon wall tutorial. And I will have this link down in the description box for you below. But to see how I got it to look like this, check out the organic column balloon wall tutorial. And this is about 1.5 lampshades put together. So to get this look, you would need to purchase 2 of the lampshades, which will cost, 2 of the lamp stands, which will cost you about 16 bucks. So yeah. And it could be taller because this is just few. The original light comes about here, and so I just used 2 poles from another light pole, but I think they come with about 5, so it could be extremely tall if you wanted to, but that's where I'm at now. And then to get started, I did blow up some balloons last night off camera. I have a bag left over from the last vlog you guys saw me post it, and I didn't pop the balloons. I brought them home. And then I have a few of the clusters that I had left over. I've done quite a few of those. And then I also have my orbs balloons over here that I'm going to use in this garland that are already blown up. My big one here looks like it is starting to lose a little bit of air. I blew it up last night, so I have to put some air back in it, guys. When you are blowing up your orbs balloons, you don't want to see that. That doesn't look the prettiest. So if I can get this to tighten up a bit, like these are nice and tight here where you can't see those lines, that's what I'm going to do. And I just had a smaller one left over. These are literally balloons I'm using from projects that I've already done, so I don't know exactly how this is going to turn out, but I'm hoping for the best, and you guys are going to come along with me. I know how I want it to look. The only issue was having the right amount of balloons to get it done, so yeah, stay tuned. So to get started with adding the balloons to the pole, you're going to need to have clusters prepared. That's up to you. You can make a garland and attach it and work from there, but I find that doing clusters makes my base a lot stronger. And what you do is you blow up your balloons, and then you're going to twist them together to make a dupe. And then once you have 2 sets of dupes, you're going to take them, interlock the balloons, and twist them around into each other to make a quad, which is going to be the 4 balloons together. And then you're going to start off, move my sign out of the way until I need it. And excuse my hair, guys, I'm about to go get my hair done, so that's why I'm hiding off the camera. I just want to do a little bit before I leave. So you're going to take your quad, and then you're going to put it down. So you're going to start off by taking your lamp or your base, whatever you're using for your post. They do have actual balloon column stands that you can purchase, but I find the plastic ones on Amazon to be pretty, I don't like them. The last time I bought some, they were all over the place, and I had an event and it was terrible, but this is nice and heavy. So that's why I use the lamp post. So you're gonna take your quad, you're gonna stick it in between, like so. And then wherever there's an opening in between, you're gonna take the balloons and you're gonna cross them over each other. And then push it down to hold it in place. And it's nice and tight, as you can see, and it will not move off of here. Got it? Good. All right guys, so I just finished doing these balloons here. Now this is all of my 12-inch balloon or 11-inch balloons that I had. I was able to do 6 columns or 6 quads to get the column almost halfway to the tippy top. So the rest of the balloons that I have are 11 and 16-inch balloons that were already put in quads from the last vlog that you saw. I had like 2 bags of balloons that were left over, so I'm going to use those to fill in the top. And I'm not really concerned about how the balloons are on the top because I want it to kind of start off smaller up here and just kind of have like an organic look as it gets bigger towards the bottom. So I'm going to use the rest of those balloons to fill that in. I have these 2 here. As you can see, they're like in random sizes, but I'm just going to go with the flow and see how it turns out. And these balloons are now, I did these last Saturday, so these balloons are almost a week old. They've been in the bag all this time, and as you can see, they're still pretty plump and, you know, they're good to go. I also want to start adding in some of my orbs balloons, so give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab those and start mixing those in because I don't want the top to be as wide. So I'm gonna put the organics in with the quads for that reason, to try to keep it contained towards the top. So I went and I grabbed one of my orbs balloons, and since this is so big, I'm gonna basically do they call them dupes and quads. This is gonna be, I guess I'll call it a tray. I don't even know if there's proper terminology for 3 cluster, but I'm gonna tie these together. I'm gonna put these on here the same way I do the other ones, except I'm gonna twist the black ones around each other to get this one on here. Push it down so that it locks in place good. There we go. And so I guess next I'll do I have another small black one? Hey guys, so I think I made a decision. I have some 9-inch ones left over and some 11-inch chrome ones. So what I think I'm going to do is do some smaller balloons so that it gets smaller as I go up towards the top. And then I'll put the smaller chrome that I have up there with those, and then trickle the bigger ones down to the bottom with some bigger black. So that way, I think it's going to be odd if I just put that big one up top. I'll have to do another one with the big chrome one up top, but right now that's what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and start blowing these up. I'll probably only need about maybe 4 clusters. So I'm going to blow some balloons up really quick down here with my balloon pump, and we'll keep it going, y'all. Alright guys, so I'm about to go ahead and get my 4 quads put on. It should be enough to finish the top with the smaller ones that I just did. Alright guys, so it does look a tad bit weird, but this is what I have going on right now. It's kind of like an abnormal Christmas tree, really. But so what I'm going to do is start filling it out to get it in like a really pretty organic shape. For the rest of the garland, I have quite a few orbs balloons, and then I have some smaller chrome balloons, some larger chrome balloons, and then I also have some larger black and some smaller black balloons. And I have them all scattered out here, so I'm sitting here in this chair right now literally trying to come up with my plan to attack this because I don't want to have to redo anything or start over. So yeah, I'll be right back once I kind of sort of know what I want to do. So what I'm going to do is take the chrome balloons and I'm going to add on a smaller balloon to it. So I'm going to do this with all of the chrome balloons I have, and I'm going to use the fishing line to kind of get them in place where I want them at, and then like I said, I'm gonna build around it. So I'm gonna start at the top, build around this one, and then work my way down. So I'm gonna take my fishing line and attach it by tying a knot. And once I have it hanging from the fishing line, I'm going to find my place, which I think is right here. About here is where I want it. Take my fishing line, I'm gonna wrap it around an existing balloon that's there. And to get quality balloons, they should be able to handle a little bit of pulling and tugging. Wrap it around there, that's what's going to hold it in place. And then I also like to take it back around an existing balloon just to make sure it stays good. I'm going to bring it around this front one. Wrap it around again. And then I'm going to cut it apart. And I'm gonna cut it in place, and as you can see, it's up there. And so next thing I want to do is kind of maybe add a cluster or two behind it to kind of level it out up there at the top. And I'll do a small one, and I'm using, I know you guys have been seeing me use my 260s a whole lot lately, but I just want to remind you guys that the fishing line is still capable. It does cost a little extra money to have to buy the 260 balloons to do the clusters, but for me, when I'm moving, I'm at a quick pace, especially with paying clients and I have limited time, the 260s do seem to work a lot faster. But since I do have time to teach today and do this slower, I'm going to use my fishing line. And I may do a few with 260s towards the bottom, but right now I'm going to be using my fishing line. So what I'm doing is taking this cluster here and I'm just tying a knot around it with the fishing line to hold it in place. And then I'm going to find the spot that I want to put it in and get it all attached there. So I think I'm going to put it over here for this first one. So I'm going to put it right here. Wrap it around. Pull it in, wrap it around the new one. And that's what's gonna hold that one in place. Since I do need to work in a little bit here, I'm gonna leave the string in place. I think I'm gonna do a silver cluster next. Try to figure out how I want to shape it on there, or if I want to do silver or black. I think I like it like that. So now, since it's already attached to this one, I'm just going to wrap it around the new cluster. Existing cluster, fill it in place a little more, and wrap it around the existing again. And picking the balloon that you want to wrap it around, you just kind of have to figure out which balloon in this area when you do the existing cluster is going to let it lay in the position that you want it to lay in. Then I think I want to do some more black in between here. Alright, so for the most part, I think I have the top how I want it to look. So I'm gonna start working my way back down until I get to this orbs and filling it in, and then I'll add in the extra orbs towards the bottom where it's very straight at once I get down there. But I'm gonna finish perfecting the top of this and I will be back with you guys. So what you see me doing in this clip here is continuing to use the fishing line to add my clusters into the garland. Once I finished with as many clusters as I could in this section, I would then tie it off onto the balloon and cut the string and then reattach it to another garland like I'm doing here. And then I will continue to add in clusters and fill in areas across the remainder of the column. If you are unfamiliar with the process that I am doing for this and you need a better close-up, I did do a very detailed video on my basic to designer balloon garland tutorial where I'm showing you step by step, up close, different angles, how to accomplish my figure eight as well as filling in gaps and adding clusters. This actual cluster is already on a 260 balloon from when I did the event, so I'm going to use this and make it a little wider here on both sides. So this big one is here, so I put the cluster there, and then I move the other big one down here in this corner. So as you can see, it's starting to wide out. But I do want this middle piece to be a little more wider, so it's not like shaped like a Christmas tree, which is what I'm trying to avoid. So yeah, just stay tuned. I'm still working on it, guys. So this is what the base is looking right now. And so for this big gap that's behind here, I'm going to use one of my 3-foot black balloons and slide it back there. Hopefully it works out good, but we're going to see. So quick update, guys. This is what we have going on so far. I've stopped really filling in about here. As you can see, that's where I put my last cluster of 5 inches at. And so what I'm doing now is just working my way down to fill in the bottom. As you can see, there aren't any 5 inches, so there isn't any real dimension. It's just a bunch of big balloons. So what I'm gonna do is work on filling in this gap here area with some, oh, and that's how that big jumbo one looked after I used the glue dots to hold it in place. And so what I'm gonna do here is keep working on filling in this area here with a little more dimension. I have all of these silver, black, and I have a few large chrome clusters to use. So what I'm doing now is trying to organize what I have so that when I'm building, I know. Y'all gonna be so mad with me. Guess who was talking and vlogging and forgot to turn the camera back on record? This girl. But you didn't miss much, because what I decided to do was, I've gotten so spoiled with using the 260s, using the fishing line, was getting a bit irritating to me because I really need to get this done because I'm hot. I just got my hair done, and look, I'm natural, so it puffs up quick. My roots are like starting to tear up, but anywho, you didn't miss much, because what I decided on doing was just using glue dots. As you can see, the bottom is very full and pretty and full of clusters. What you do is, it's just this rope that pretty much has dots of glue on it. Can you guys see that? I want to put this one. I feel like I'm looking pretty good. Oh, maybe right here. So I'll put this one right here. And so I would just take, I like to use a few just to make sure that it doesn't fall off. You want to try to avoid touching the glue dot. I rub it on using the back of the thing it's on, and then you just pull it off, and they'll be stuck to the balloons like that. Once you have it, you just stick it there. It's kind of awkward the way I put the glue dots on, so let me turn it some. I'm actually going to end up having to stick it to that, like that. All right, so this is how it's looking on the very bottom, and then as you can see, as I work my way up, that's how it's looking. So I feel like it's kind of narrow at the top, so I'm thinking maybe I can add these right up in here, and I think that's what'll do it for me. What do you guys think? or at least one of them right here, and then maybe another one on the other side on top of the other one. So yeah, I think that's what I'm doing. Put one right there. Hey guys, so I'm back and I have my tassels. I'm all finished, all filled in. I did go in and add in just 3 confetti ones. So what I'm gonna do is go in and add my festive tassels in. These go on strings. Showed you these earlier. I got these from Target, but they don't come pre-strung, which is perfect. So I'm just gonna take them individually and stick them into the garland. I have them in silver and in gold. Alright guys, so quick update on what's going on. I finished adding in all my tassels and I ended up removing that very large orbs from over there in the corner because I felt like it was starting to take on the shape of a Christmas tree. I like how it's a little bit bigger on the bottom, which is what I wanted, but I feel like the top is too narrow and that's what's giving it that Christmas tree effect. So I'm going to make a few more black clusters to try to fill in right here to see if I can get it a little bit more, you know, the same so that it's not looking like a Christmas tree. What I'm going to do to fill in up here is I'm going to do 2 sets of 5-inch clusters, combinations of 3, 4, 5 on each side of the 260 balloon. And I am going to use the 260 because that'll be the quickest way to get it done up there. I'm just going to take those and try to fill it in up here a little bit. Alright, ignore the junk that's around the room, but this is what the column looks like. I kind of wanted to come in a little bit more, but it's okay. I think it looks super pretty. I can imagine 2 of these in between an entrance or just in the corner for a photo op next to the champagne station for the party. So yeah, I think this is super cute. If you give this a try, definitely tag me on the gram and let me know, or DM me. If you have any questions, as always, comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next vlog. Alright guys, so I'm back and I literally just wrapped the intro, but it was still bothering me that it had that Christmas tree effect. So I went back in and rearranged the balloons. I popped that huge one that I originally had back here and just consolidated all the balloons in this way like I wanted. And so now I have an actual column and not a Christmas tree, and it looks super cute. I'm obsessed with it now. It was still bothering me, but I absolutely love it. Now I'm gonna bag up so you guys can see better. So you guys can see a little better from back here what it's looking like. It's super, super tall, and it practically almost touches the ceiling, and the ceilings in this room are 10 feet. So it's about 9 feet tall, and it looks so pretty. I'm obsessed with this. Oh my gosh. So cute.